everyone. All right, so for those of you that are watching, this is our Tuesday night Zoom, and we're talking about charting, because charting is how we learn how to grow our businesses, and we're going to learn how to go executive in Ruby, because it's our executives and our Rubies that help build us to diamond and beyond. Okay, so I'm going to mute everyone. So there's a couple of things that you need to have on hand. You want to make sure that you have, because I'm going to chart two ways. We're always going to chart two different ways, because I'm a hybrid. I use a little bit of both, but you'll find one way that works best for you. So make sure that you have your Ruby chart in front of you. Even if you're not a Ruby yet, you will be in the future, and you want to know how to do that. So make sure you've got a Ruby chart, piece of paper, and an eraser, because you're going to need it. For those of you who don't know who I am, if this is the first time you're ever seeing me, I'm Sandy Durre. I'm your presidential upline, and I'm so excited that you guys took time out of your busy evening to join me. It looks like there's 13 of you that want to learn how to chart better, so good for you. So the first thing that we're going to do is, first of all, I want to give a shout out to Tanisha. Hi, honey. She promoted to, I don't think she can hear me, because she should be smiling that I totally gave her a shout out, but she doesn't hear me right now. Anyway, so we are, do you hear me now, girl? Tanisha? Okay. All right, so she is on the verge of going Ruby. She's boxed in. She just went executive last night. She got a distributor in today. She's literally like minuscule volume away from going Ruby. So I asked her if she would be our guest Ruby for the charting on this Zoom. So I am going to chart her and show her how she's going to hit Ruby. I'm sure she already knows this, because she's got an amazing upline, Becca, who I'm sure has already done this with her, but we're going to do it together as a team so we can see how easy it is to do. So I am going to screen share. I'm going to bounce back and forth between screen sharing. I'm going to show you guys how to find those numbers when you're charting, how to place them in your chart, and then we're going to pull up the electronic charting, because, like I said, I'm kind of a hybrid. I have a lot of paper charts, tons. I do put tons of paper chart, but I also use the electronic charting too, because it just helps me to keep track of the volume, because electronic charting upload, or like it does the hard work for me, which is awesome. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Let me start some screen share. Before we get started, does anyone have any questions whatsoever? If you do, raise your hand. There's like a little raise hand thing. It's gonna go blue on me, and I'm gonna know that you have a question. Anyone have a question before we start? Everyone's good. Okay, so if you end up having a question, oh, welcome, Destiny. Destiny was just on the leadership call too, so I'm glad to see you're back too. If you do have a question, raise your hand. I'll unmute you. We'll answer your questions. This should not take very long, but charting the first couple of times you see it, actually probably the first 10, for me it was like 10, 20 times, I swear. I was like, what, Lisa? What are you trying to tell me? And then one day it was like a light bulb went off, and it all like came crashing together, and I got it. Because I'm very visual, so that's why I love doing these. Because a lot of the times when I'm trying to chart with some of you, I'm trying to do it over the phone. I'm like, okay, now you see on the left-hand side where there's that button, that blue button, and like drop down there, and you say, it's hard. So I love the fact that I can visually show you, and you guys can hear me and see me and watch it. So you guys are going to be doing awesome. Okay. All right. So let me screen share. I'm going to show you guys a couple of things here. Yes, Deb.
Okay, now I can hear you. Okay, now I'll mute you. I couldn't hear anything. I don't know what I did. Okay, thanks.
I don't know what you did either, honey. All right, so what is this doing? Oh my gosh, there's Chelsea Ann. Why is it just showing Chelsea? That's going to confuse me. There we go. All right, so can you guys see Tanisha's eSuite? Give me thumbs up. Ty, can you see it? Because you're Ty and Tammy, I see your faces. Okay, and then you guys see the Ruby chart off to the side? You guys see the chart? Okay, so we're gonna chart this out. Again, you guys, this is a couple times I've tried this, so I might fluff it. I might mess it up a couple of times. The more we do this, the better it's gonna go, and the more smooth it's gonna be. So, you know, we're just gonna roll with this. All right, is this working for me? No. Why did that not do what I wanted it to do? Okay, here we go. Okay, so we're gonna chart Tanisha to Ruby, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do that on paper. So if you guys have a Ruby, why is it doing that? Seriously. So the first thing you want to do, the person you're charting, whether it's you or someone else, make sure that you have your name pulled up in the eSuite, okay? You want to make sure that you have the information in front of you. So I pulled up Tanisha in the computer. She's got a blue arrow next to her name, which means she's got some stuff going on below her. So I'm going to expand that. The first thing that I'm going to make sure that she has set in place for her, because Tanisha, are you in place for the $1,000 Ruby bonus? Did you get in right as it was 1,000? Give me a thumbs up if you're going for 1,000. Yay! So she's going to claim a $1,000 bonus this month because I know she's going to do it. So first thing I want to make sure that she's got her security 6. I want to make sure that she's got 6 loyal customers underneath her with at least 4 of them being active, because that's another stipulation to these new bonuses is you must have 4 actives. And I'm going to show you how you guys can check that, okay? So we're going to go with this first person, Elizabeth. If the status says active, that's customer number 1, okay? So I'm going to put, she's got 1. We're going to click on Kelly. Kelly is active. There's 2. Barbara, active 3. Megan, active 4. Laura, active. And Ashley, active. So that's awesome. Tanisha, you are on point. You've got your security 6 right here, loyal customers, and all 6 of them are active. There is no way that It Works Global will say that you cannot get your $1,000 bonus. So nice job, because you got the first thing done. So now the next thing that we want to make sure that we can see is we want to check all of these distributors. Now, every one of the distributors has a blue arrow next to them. That means that there's customers and or distributors underneath them. So I have to figure out who's going to be her 2 qualified legs. Okay, so I'm just going to expand everyone's names. Now, the bigger your team gets, you'll get trickier and you'll learn different tricks that work for you to charting. But I'm going to do the simplicity of it, okay? Because rubies are pretty easy to chart. All right, so so her 2 qualified legs are going to be at least 2 people on her team that are going to hit 400 in volume. Her executive has to have at least 2 distributors. So by looking at this, I see Kelly has 2 distributors because distributors are black, customers are blue. So Kelly will be the executive once we move over to the chart. Is it Daisha? She's going to be a qualified leg, and then Ryan is going to be a qualified leg. Tanisha, you can unmute yourself anytime if you've got any questions during this process, since you are the one that I'm charting, okay? I'm going to move this. So we've got, all right. So she's going Ruby. Let's make sure everything's in place. We know that she's got her 4 loyal customers. She's got 6 actives. She's good. Another thing I need to make sure, in order for her to be qualified to earn that bonus, she must have her 80 BB auto ship run, okay? So I'm going to go in under volumes, and down here it says auto ship template. It says 85. She's awesome. She is on point. But even though it shows that it's the template, I have to make sure that it actually ran. Because if it doesn't run, then she's in jeopardy of not earning that bonus. So then you come down here, and it says auto ships, and it says last ran on the 7th, and it processed. It went through with no issues. So she's done 2 things now that she needs to do to be qualified to be qualified to get this Ruby $1,000 bonus. She's got 6 loyal customers. 4 of them are active. And she ran her 80 BB auto ship. So she is 2 for 2 right now. Nice job, Tanisha. Am I saying your name right? Tanisha?
It's Tanisha.
Tanisha. Okay, I knew I was going to say it wrong. Okay. Oh, Isha. Okay, got it.
It's okay.
We're good. Okay, so we're going to look at Tanisha, and we're going to look at her people. So now I'm back to her distributors. We already decided that Kelly's going to be the executive. So let's take care of the easy ones really quick, which are her 2 qualified legs. So we're going to look at Daisha. I'm probably going to say that wrong too. So we're going to put her in right here, one of the 400s, because a qualified leg is a 400 leg person. So when you got your charts, just type out their names. Okay, so that's the first person in the first box. The second person is Ryan. So we're going to put Ryan here. Okay, now in order to make sure that they are a qualified leg, they have to hit 400 in GV. That's group volume. That's the whole group together. So that is Denisha's personal auto ship, any customer orders that are underneath her, and she might even have a distributor. We don't know. I mean, well, we do know because we can see, but she could have a distributor. So if she had a distributor as well, it would be their volume too. So we're going to click on her name. So we're going to click on her name, and it's going to pull up her mini profile. We're going to click on volumes because we're looking at volumes. And we have to look at the GV number because we are actually paid commissions on the GV total. And when you are starting your business and all you have are customers, your PBV and your GV will be identical. There won't be any difference. Once you start signing distributors, the GV will go higher. It's the GV total we're paid on, just kind of a side note for you guys, okay? The next thing, we're looking at that GV total, it's 402. That's awesome. She is right where she needs to be. She is at, oh, what did that do? So she is at, I'm going to put, oh my God, seriously. Why is it doing this? Go away. Okay, so she's at 402, and I'm going to write that underneath her name. On all of my charts that you guys, if you were ever to be at my house, you would see that I always write the GV number underneath the person so I know where they're at. We're going to do the same thing with Ryan. We're going to go over to Ryan, and we're going to click on Ryan's name. We're going to pull up the volume. We're going to look. Ryan, right now, the GV is at 275. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write underneath here, we're going to write 275. So then that way I know that Ryan's not quite a qualified leg yet. There's a little bit of volume left in order for me to check that box off being, you know, in point, on place for a promotion, okay? Then we're going to put in our executive, which we already know it's Kelly. So we're going to put in Kelly's name here because Kelly has the 2 distributors. We're going to put Chelsea in one of these boxes. And then we're going to put Amy in the other box. Now, the only thing that we need to do then is we got to check volume to see where everyone's volume is at, because everyone has to be at 400. Everyone that's in a gray box needs to be at 400 or higher in order to be considered a qualified leg. So I'm going to check on Chelsea. Chelsea's volume is at 345. So I need to make sure that I write under Chelsea 345 so I know where she's at. And then we're going to click on Amy. And we're going to click on volume again. Amy just joined. Obviously, today she hasn't been in her eSuite yet. We want to make sure that anyone that we sign within the first couple of hours, they get into eSuite immediately and they just check their tax information, because as long as the status says commission hold, they will never earn a commission check. It will just hold on to it. It'll never pay out. So, and Tanisha will take care of that. She'll get that taken care of. And so she's sitting at 0 right now, okay, because she just literally got into the computer today. So we're just going to put a 0, okay? So now in order for Tanisha to promote, she's got 3 people that need to hit 400, which is totally doable. It's a couple of systems, a couple of boxes of wraps, some greens, some thermofit, you know, like we'll get this taken care of. We've got 4 days. It's totally doable. But there's one key component that goes into play in order for everything to fall into place, okay? So Daisha is at, let's just say that everyone that's in a gray box, Daisha, Ryan, Chelsea, and Amy, everyone's over 400. We check them all off. Everyone's doing what they're supposed to. Tanisha, she has her auto ship ran. She's got her loyal customers in place. There's one more thing you got to make sure is in place in order for you to get paid, Tanisha, that bonus. You got to make sure that Kelly, because she's in a green box, anybody, you guys, and I mean anybody who is in any of the colored boxes, they must run an ADBV auto ship. If their auto ship does not run, you're in jeopardy of getting promoted, because if Kelly's auto ship doesn't run and everyone else did everything they're supposed to, well, you don't have an executive, because you can't promote unless you have an executive on your team. So then you can't, you just don't get to promote, okay? So the next thing that we have to do is we're going to check Kelly. We're going to check her volume, and we're going to look to see her auto ship template was 89. We're going to check the date that it ran. It ran on the 25th. It ran today, and it ran. It doesn't say declined or anything. If it said declined down here, we'd want to call her and just say, hey, do we need to update the card? Did it expire? Because a lot of the banks are changing to the chips. It could be something simple as a chip, okay? But we got to make sure it ran. We got to make sure it ran by the 25th. I would encourage all of you who have your auto ships that run on the 25th, I would change that, because the 25th is the very last day that your auto ship is allowed to run in order for you to be commission qualified. I would try to run your auto ships right around commission time. So anywhere between maybe like the 18th to the 20th, because if the card did decline for some reason, because sometimes they do, mine declined once because we switched to the chips and I forgot to update it, okay? But I had enough time to go in and change it because mine runs right after commissions. So make sure that you guys are getting with your distributors. If you're signing a distributor and they sign on the 25th through the 31st, you need to get on the phone with them and say, hey, we need to make sure that your auto ship runs anywhere between the 18th and the 20th, and you can go in and change their auto ship to run sooner. Okay, and that way there's no jeopardy of them not getting paid or promoting. Is everyone good with that? So this is how you do it on paper. That's how you find the numbers, okay? Pretty simple. And that's totally doable. Oh my gosh, that's like 4, 5, 6, 7, about 700 in volume. That's nothing. That is like nothing in the It Works world. This girl is going to hit Ruby and she's going to get $1,000 bonus, and Becca's going to have $1,000 Ruby earner on her team, which is so sneaking exciting. Woo, woo, I'm so excited. All right, so now let's talk about how to use the electronic charting. Oh, I suppose I should probably erase all of that. That kind of looks funny. All right, so we are going to show how to do it online. Because like I like to have some of my, like everyone that's from executive to emerald, maybe diamond, because you can chart all the way up to diamond through your eChart. I like to have it on there in case I'm on the go because I don't always keep my papers with me. So this is going to be a great way to be able to pull up their chart at a drop of a dime. Because I like Chelsea Ann texts me and she's like, hey, I got a customer. Where should I put it? So I can just go here, click on Chelsea Ann's, and it's dated for April. All the numbers are going to be updated, and I can say, okay, you need volume here, put it there, and I can do it literally at a drop of a dime. So I'm going to create a new chart. So when you get to it by clicking on rank at the top, okay, you click on charting beta. And then if you're charting yourself, so if you're charting you, this is where it says my chart, you just create a chart. You can create a chart for yourself. You can see that I did a couple test ones when it first came out because I wanted to play around with it to see, you know, how it worked. But if you're charting someone in your downline, you'll click on downline charts. And you guys will see once this pops up that I've got a lot of charts that I've kind of started for a lot of people on the team. Not everyone, just a few people. So if I want to start a new one, you create a new chart for your downline. You're going to search the person's name. I'm going to type in Tanisha, yeah, I got to say that right. I'm going to search her. I'm going to just search her name. There's 2 of them, so make sure you get the right one, which is, I'm going to select the top one because she's currently an executive. Once you select it, then you have to pick what month you're charting for. So I'm charting for April, and we're charting for Ruby. The title, honestly, you guys don't even need to put anything in the title. I just put a period. You have to put something there. I don't know what the title's for. I never understood it because I don't look for that. I just look for the person's name and what rank the chart's for. So here it is, okay? So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to get her 2 qualified legs. I'm going to click on the blue search. It's going to pop up search. I'm going to do search all. It's going to pull up every single person in her downline. So you got to kind of know your downline and know who you're charting to what. But I believe we had Kelly as one of the, no, Kelly was the executive, right?
Yeah, Kelly's executive, and then Ryan and Daisha are both qualified legs.
Okay, perfect. So we're going to click on Daisha, and it's going to plop her in right here. And look, it's going to tell me, is she commission qualified? CQ, commission qualified, yes. What's her GV? 402. So I can just see this. It's there. And if Daisha gets another customer, let's say she gets, she puts in defining gel and it's 40 BV, this is going to automatically update it for me, and it's going to say 442. Like, I don't even have to do it. It just does it for me. And then we're going to put in another person, search all. We're going to put in Ryan. So it's going to be right here. So as she starts putting in her the orders, it's going to update this number for me. And then we're going to go to who her executive is. We're going to search all. Now, when you do the electronics, what's really cool is, like, if you have somebody on your chart that maybe Kelly and Daisha both are on the verge of going executive, but Daisha hits it first, it's really easy, because if you want to switch names real quick, all you have to do is click on the person's name, clear it out, it deletes their name, and then all you have to do is hit search and pull it back up, and then you can switch the names around. So it does it really quick. I love it. So we're going to put in Kelly. And then we're going to search underneath Kelly. Now it's only going to pull up the distributors under Kelly's name, which I love. And once you get the, like I'm a hybrid, I kind of use both. So right here, so now you can see, all right, here's my numbers. Chelsea still needs a little volume. Amy just went in today. She's got 5 days to get to, or 4 days to get to 400. That's totally doable. Daisha's good. And then Ryan, she's a couple orders away. Boom. Tanisha, you just went Ruby. You got a $1,000 bonus, and a Ruby makes on average $300 to $500 depending on your overall volume. And remember, we're paid on our GV, and we're paid, roughly between about, I was always told that just do 10% of that, give or take a little bit, because it could be higher, it could be lower. It just depends on how deep you have and how many people and the volumes and stuff. So I was always told, rule of thumb, do about 10%, and it could be higher, it could be lower, okay? I love this. I love the e-charting. Does anyone have any questions? Because charting is so stinking easy once you get the hang of it. So does anyone have any questions? Go ahead, unmute yourself if you weren't really clear on something, or you want me to elaborate on more, because that's charting in a nutshell. Everyone's good? Okay, and what's really, really neat is I just want to show this to you guys. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. I'm going to pull something up for you guys. Let me go back to screen share really quick. So what I absolutely love is rubies are the foundation for so much. Like, they build everything. So if I go into chart, because I just typed on document library, and I just typed in chart, and it's bringing up my diamond, my emerald, my ruby, and my executive charts. So if I were to show you guys emerald, look at this. It's 2 rubies, okay? 2 rubies will get you to emerald, okay? 2 rubies. That's a ruby and this leg, a ruby and another leg, and then it's just 2 qualified legs, okay? That's it. That's an emerald. You teaching 2 people on your team to go ruby, okay? Well, now let's say, what if we decided, okay, well, what if you're now you're ruby, and now you just promoted to emerald, but now you want to go diamond. I want to show you guys something really cool about diamond, okay? Because if you can learn how to do emerald, if you can learn how to get to ruby, oh my gosh, what is this dealio here? It's so touchy. Okay, what I love is here's your emerald. So you know how to go to emerald because, one, you knew how to get to ruby because you learned how to do that. Now you know how to get to emerald because you built yourself to emerald. Now you know how to teach your team. So diamond is 1, 2, 3 rubies. That's it. That's all a diamond is 3 rubies. That's it. And then you have a qualified leg here, and a qualified leg here. That's it. That's all you guys got to do. Is you got to teach everyone how to start with executive, teach them how to get to ruby, and then once they know how to get to ruby, they know how to get to emerald because it's just 2 people on their team that they're teaching to get to ruby. They're an emerald, and now if they're ready to go diamond, they just got to get 3 people to ruby, and there's your structure. That's all it takes to get to diamond. It's that easy. Is anyone not clear on that? Ruby is the foundation. Mark Pentecost says Ruby's the road to diamond. And then he says once you get to diamond, now you've got the license to print money, because once you go diamond, you start getting major bonuses. Because y'all know about the $100 fast start bonuses. Every time you sign a brand new distributor, you get a $100 bonus as soon as they get their first 2 customers. That's why we really want to try to get everyone to their first 4 customers in their first 24 hours, really, if possible, because they're going to get a bonus and so are you. But what's really neat is, let's just say, okay, so we've got 14 people here watching us right now. So let's say I went diamond, and because I'm a diamond, I'm going to start earning these amazing extra bonuses because I'm a leader. I'm considered a diamond person that can get extra bonuses. So let's just say once I'm a diamond, I sign Chelsea, Ty, and Tammy. Okay, I'm going to get a $100 bonus as soon as they hit They're 2 customers, so that's $300. But because I'm a diamond, and I signed Chelsea when I was a diamond, I signed Ty when I was a diamond, I signed Tammy when I was a diamond, I'm getting an additional $80 for Chelsea and $80 for Ty and an $80 bonus for Tammy, okay? Just because I'm a diamond. Well, then let's say Chelsea signs Jamie and Lily. I didn't sign Jamie and Lily, Chelsea did. But because I signed Chelsea when I was a diamond, I get $80 for Jamie and I get $80 for Lily. And Chelsea gets 100 because she signed both of them. So she gets 200. But I get 80 and I didn't sign them. Now let's say Ty signs Rachel, Destiny, and Tiffany. Okay, I signed Ty when I was a diamond. Well, Ty signed Rachel, Destiny, and Tiffany. So I'm getting 80. Ty's getting 100 because she sponsored them. Now, Tammy, you signed Tanisha and Katie. Okay, well, I'm getting 80 and 80. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 80, and all I did was sign 3 of you. Can you imagine how quick your check starts growing? And now let's say Katie signs, let's just say Katie signs Destiny, Sarah, and Lily. Okay, well, I didn't sign Katie, Tammy signed Katie. But because Tammy joined my team when I was a diamond, I'm getting 80 for Destiny, Sarah, and Lily. Because Katie is on my team, because Tammy's on my team after I went diamond. Do you guys see how fast that can start growing? So you really want to get to diamond as soon as possible. So you want to learn how to get to ruby as quick as possible. You want to teach your team how to get to ruby as quick as possible because your checks start growing significantly when you hit diamond, when you hit double, when you hit triple, when you hit presidential, because you start getting those extra bonuses, and it all starts with ruby. Is anyone excited to go diamond? Does anyone want to get all those extra bonuses? So let's just say, I think everyone on here is coded to me through, let me look at everyone's names. I'm just going to say triple. I think some of them might be diamonds and doubles, but let's just say triple, okay? So let's just say, you guys are coded to me somehow through triple because someone I signed as a triple diamond signed all of you. Well, I'm getting 130, 130, 130, 130, 130, 130, 130, 130, 130, 130, 130, 130. And I didn't sign a single one of you. But I signed the person, let's say I signed Chelsea Ann when I was a triple. Chelsea Ann is coded to me as a triple. She signs all 12 of you. I got $130 for all 12 of you because I was a triple diamond when she joined my team. And let's say Ty joined my team when I was a diamond. I'm still getting all those diamond 80s. Tammy joins my team as a double. So I'm a double diamond. I signed Tammy, and she signs 14 people. I'm getting 120 for everyone under Tammy. I'm getting 80 anyone under Ty, and I'm getting 130 under everyone that Chelsea Ann signs. And it keeps going and going and going and going. And it's built all on rubies. Rubies is the road to diamond. Rubies the road to double. Rubies the road to triple. So when you guys are looking towards the future, reach out to your teams. Start talking to people. Start asking them, hey, are you ready to go ruby? Are you ready to be my next ruby rock star? Because they're going to be the first ruby of your diamond. They're going to be the 5th ruby of your triple. You guys see how exciting this is? Like, sometimes you guys all get in here and you're like, oh my God, I got to go diamond. I got to get all those people in. Well, no, you just have to coach someone and teach them how to get to ruby. And then they're going to teach a couple of people how to get to ruby. You're going to bring in a new person and you're going to talk to them. You're going to ask them, are you ready to maybe be my ruby rock star? You're going to coach them, guide them, lead them, show them exactly what to do. You're going to help them get to ruby. Guess what? You got 2 rubies for your emerald, and boom, you're emerald and you got 2 ruby rock stars, and they're going to start building rubies, and they're going to start building rubies, and they're going to start rubies. Before you know it, you're a diamond. You're getting all these 80 cabs. That's a lot of cabs that can be added. There was oh gosh, Cammie Dempsey, our Black Diamond upline, she said $40,000 of one of her checks one month was just cabs. Because she teaches everyone how to get to ruby. And she teaches those people how to build rubies and build rubies and build rubies. It's all about the rubies, all about ruby. If you guys can learn how to get to ruby, awesome. And yes, Katie, cabs is where it's at. It builds so fast. And presidential, so anyone I've been bringing in since presidential, that's 145. So I've got $80 cabs, 120, 130, 145 cabs that are coming in for everyone that I've been bringing in since diamond, double, triple, presidential. And all I focus on are rubies. I get so excited about rubies. Chelsea, I'm so excited about you going ruby. Ruby, you're going to make on average $300 to $500 a month as soon as you go ruby. But guess what? You're one of the rubies in Chad's diamond. That's like a big deal. Like rubies build everything. Rubies are everything. My cousin Dana, she just went ruby. She's one of the rubies under Chad for him to go emerald. Chelsea Ann's the other one. When Chelsea Ann goes ruby and Dana's ruby now, that's Chad's that's an emerald. It's an emerald. And either Chelsea Ann or Dana or the Pearsons that I just joined, one of them will eventually be an emerald because we're going to work on getting rubies under them. So one of them will go emerald, which will then make Chad a diamond because he's going to have 3 rubies underneath him. It's all about rubies. I focus so hard on rubies. Like I am so excited when everyone hits another rank because it's really, really cool and it's exciting, but we can't get anywhere without our rubies. Rubies are amazing. Rubies are amazing. I'm so excited. And all of you, I'm going to pull up this one day and all of you are going to be like, I am a diamond because of my 3 rubies. Like you guys are going to be so excited. You're going to so always celebrate your rubies because rubies are the foundation for where you're going because you can't get anywhere without them. So learn your charts, pull up your charts, fill them in, get out there and share every day. And all you have to do is ask people. Don't put it out there. Hey, who wants to earn a $10,000 bonus? Who wants to earn a $30,000 bonus? It's too big. It's too big. Go out there, talk to people, ask them. Hey, and even if it's them that you want on your team, let's just say Rachel wasn't on my team yet, but I want Rachel on my team. All I have to go to her is say, hey, Rachel, do you know anyone who would like to make an extra $500 a month? Is there any way you could give me their information so I could reach out to them? And she'd be like, wait a minute. I want to make $500 a month. Why aren't you thinking about me? So you can actually get around talking to people if you just like $500 because that's a ruby, right? We're building rubies. We're building rubies. Rubies will take you to black diamond. Wrap that one around your head. Rubies will take you to black diamond. It's like 10 rubies to be presidential, something like that. 10 or 12 rubies to be presidential. I can be a black diamond presidential. I don't have to be an ambassador to be a president to be black diamond. But it can be 13 rubies that take me to black diamond. Rubies are everything. And I can't wait to see each and every one of you build ruby after ruby after ruby underneath you, and I can start celebrating more and more and more diamonds popping up and more and more and more doubles. You guys don't even understand what's going to happen to your checks. You guys are just scraping just the tip of the iceberg right now. And Tanisha, girl, you are on your way. You are going to know how to get to ruby, and guess what? You're going to talk to your girl, Kelly, and you'll be like, Kelly, are you going to be my ruby rock star? We're going to get you to ruby. You're going to make it happen because she's going to be one of the rubies for your emerald. And then you're going to reach out to someone else. And you're going to be like, it might be Ryan. You can be like, Ryan, I'm looking for my next ruby rock star. Are you ready to go ruby? Guess what? She's your second ruby for your emerald. You got 2 rubies in place for emerald. You ready to go diamond? Awesome. Go find a 3rd ruby. And one of those rubies is going to be under one of those girls. It's just like, it's amazing. Rubies are everything. Rubies are everything in this business because they're going to take you all the way as far as you want to soar. Just stay focused on your rubies. Teach your team how to go ruby. Fill in those spots. Get the volume. Use everything that we give you to fill that volume in. And you guys, the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit. Just go out there and ask. Ask your friend, ask your sister, ask your neighbor, ask your coworker, hey, do you know anyone, do you have any friends that might want to earn an extra $500? Keep it simple. Keep it so that they can think about it. Once they make $500, they're going to be like, well, I want to make 1,000. Well, I want to make 6,000. Shoot, I want to be making $10,000 a month. Guess what? $10,000 a month? That's triple diamond. That's 8 rubies. 8 rubies. Go make 8 rubies and make $10,000 a month. Okay? Rubies is where it's at. So how many of you are going to go out there and build rubies and teach people how to get rubies? Rubies. Rubies. Dorothy wasn't famous for nothing. It's all about the ruby red slippers. They were smart. Rubies is the way to the little, what's that called? The Emerald City? Oh my God, you guys. It is. Ruby slippers is the way to the Emerald City. Emerald, 2 rubies, emerald. You guys, you all can do it. I'm so excited for you. I'm not going to keep you any longer. It's half an hour. That's all we really needed for this. You guys go out there and build rubies. Tanisha, I cannot wait to celebrate your $1,000 ruby bonus. You're going to make it happen. I know you are. I'm so proud of all of you for getting on this call tonight and this training. Go out there, find your ruby rock stars. By doing that, you guys will be hitting so many different ranks, so many. And I'm so proud of you. So next week, I think we're going to talk about Facebook lists. You're going to learn how to work lists, and that's really going to explode your business, okay? So watch out for that one. You guys have a great night. I love you all. Go get your rubies, okay? Bye, everyone.